Howdy gamers, coming back with some more super epic content. We're gonna do a little unboxing. That's cool, right? Something pretty unique, and you probably never heard of this before. you might have think you've seen it, but trust me, you haven't. We're looking at this guy today, the DS Lite. But not just your ordinary DS Lite. You might notice that it says a little something there that's different. This is an iQue DS Lite. These were only ever made and sold in China to bypass a ban that China had in the early 2000s up until like 2015, where it pretty much like banned companies from selling their games and consoles and stuff in China. Nintendo kind of found a little workaround of this by making a company in China called iQue, where they could manufacture and sell their products locally in China without really getting in trouble with Chinese government. So it's pretty rare, pretty rare to find these outside of China. And I've heard they are kind of rare in China too, because they just didn't really sell too many of them. So, I figure we're gonna open one up. I got this boxed one. Pretty cool. Yeah, we'll take a nice little look at the box here. Epic content. Let me move the cameras a little bit. Alright, talk about just a bit. Alright, so we got the front of the box. This is a black DS. Why is it in a white box? I don't know. Everything is good with it. It is the original box that the system came in. I did see other photos of other iQue systems, well, DS Lite systems that are different colors. I think I've seen a blue one, a pink one, and a dragon edition one, that the box just shows a white DS on it. So, if anybody knows a little more about the iQue stuff than I do, if you know why they all use the white DS box, feel free to let me know. I'm guessing it's probably just a cost thing, but anyway, it is a black DS, not a white DS. But yeah, that's the front of the box, side of the box. We just got more of move the camera again, I'm sorry. Got some information there. I think it says, compatible with Game Boy Advance. I don't know if that says what color it is. The little black squares. I'm not sure. The other side of the box just says iQue DS Lite. Top of the box, you got the iQue logo there on its own. That's the logo that they use for their other things too. Bottom of the box has all the Chinese information on it. This is kind of the only spot where you can see the Nintendo logos, because it's not a Nintendo product. Well, it is, but you know what I mean. The back of the box, I find this part to be very weird. You get a better look at the system while it's turned on. But the description of the system is all in English. I don't know why. Only made and sold, specifically this one, sold in China. You would think the description of the system would be all in Chinese, but I don't know. I guess it's a plus for me because I can read this, even though you would think they would put this stuff in Chinese. Anyway, experiencing the iQue DS Lite. The iQue DS Lite is a high-powered handheld video game system and a sleek folding design loaded with features for a unique gaming experience. The color screens are now even brighter, and the lower touchscreen provides a totally new way of playing and controlling games. Use the built-in wireless mode to share games or chat. Play impressive 3D rendered iQue DS and all your favorite Game Boy Advance games. And of course, in the small text, this was the same on the normal worldwide Nintendo DS's, but Game Boy Advance games are only played in single player mode. No multiplayer there. So anyway, now that we've looked at the box, let's let's open it up and take a look at the system. It just pops open there. Sorry, I got really bad camera angles. I kind of didn't think that it would be this much room. But anyway, take the insides out. Close the box so quick. You know, a lot of people, I see a lot of channels that talk about the iQue, the original iQue system, the iQue player. Some of them do mention like the other iQue stuff that they did, like the Game Boy Advance and the DS stuff. But a lot of people talk about the iQue player. I'm not going to talk much about it in this one because, you know, that's enough for its own video. I don't have one, but it's a very unique thing. It's like a plug-and-play N64. It's all in like the size of a controller. Very interesting thing. Anyway, the inside of the box is nothing too crazy. You got the charging cable here. You can see it's got like a different, you know, it's got the Chinese end on it. I'm not going to really take it all out and unravel it and stuff because I don't want to fight this thing back into the box. All the important stuff is right in here. So we got the DS here. We'll take a look at that in a second. And then got the instruction manual. So on the manual, we do have an extra stylus in here. So that's kind of cool. That's just a stylus. We're not going to look at that for too long. We got quite a bit of papers in here. We got the system menu, menu. Let's see, we got this thing. I think it's all the specs, I guess, kind of what it has. I don't know, I can't really read any of that. So feel free to do your thing on that. I don't know what to do with that. And we got, let's see, we got this thing, more warranty stuff, all the filling it out, all that stuff. And then we have the, this was an interesting thing. I'm not 100% sure what this was, but I think it's like a verification thing, like ensure that you have a legitimate product. But it's this little paper. It's got like this serrated edge, and I think you just rip this off. I'm not going to, but I don't think there's anything inside of it. I really don't know how ripping this off like confirms that you have a legitimate DS or a legitimate product in general, because these did come with the games too. But yeah, don't know much about it. It is kind of cool though. You got a bunch of tiny little iQue logos on it. Alright, we'll put this off to the side. Let's look at the manual. iQue DS Lite. Wire contents. All the legal health stuff. Kind of showing where things are. All that cool stuff. How to charge it properly. Replacing the batteries, using the stylus, locations on the home menu, what things are, using the game slots for your DS and Game Boy Advance. Let's see, what is this one? I think this one's talking about multiplayer stuff. This one is explaining download, play, and connections. PictoChat. Little PictoChat menu. That's kind of cool. Setting up your things, going through the settings. Oops, skipped a page, hang on. This one. I think that was it, right? Yeah, okay. Going through the settings menus, changing the dates. More, I'm guessing, probably legal jargon. I don't know. There's the back of it. Nice big iQue logo on the back there. Very cool. So let's take a look at the system. Again, it is a black system. Came in a white box, but other ones have too. Ooh. That is nice. That is cool. Yeah, you can see me. Whoa. Alright, you don't need to see me that much, though. Anyway. It's a nice, shiny black DS. You know, it all looks, you know, normal. It's really nothing too crazy. It's just your DS Lite that now has my fingerprints on it. So that's always cool. There's the back of it. You can see there's no DS stuff on it. Or like Nintendo. You know, only spot where you can see the Nintendo logo is way down at the bottom for the copyright and the patent stuff. But, you know, this is an iQue product. This ain't Nintendo. Opening it up. You can see it's just your normal DS Lite. I'll turn it on. Turn the volume down a little bit. Sorry that it's... We're going to be looking at it. We're going to be filming it like this. As you can see on the screen, it doesn't even say Nintendo DS. It just says iQue DS. Going into it, you know, all the menu stuff is the same. You got your, you know, PictoChat, download, play. Got the backlight stuff. And you put it down to the dim setting, because actually it kind of shows up a little better. You got the calendar, all that cool stuff. Just your ordinary DS. So anyway, it's a little hard to show off things. The DS Lite, you know, original DS Lite, you know, this is kind of all you got to show off here. You got the clock and the calendar, you got the menu. So what about the games? Might as well talk about the games, right? So interestingly enough, the games that came out are very weird, because since they found a way, Nintendo found a way to bypass this ban in China, they still, I think the games still had to get approved by the Chinese government. So, you know, they didn't get all of the games that we got here. You know, there are games that they agreed on. There's games that I guess just weren't approved. But also during this time, since there was this huge ban, you know, there was a huge, like, black market for video games in China. A whole lot of pirated, bootleg things. Mainly because there was a lack of official stuff, you know, because companies weren't allowed to release their systems. So anyway, not many games got released for the DS, for the iQue DS stuff. How many games? 5. That's it. Only 5 games ever got released for the system in China. There were originally, for at least for what I know, there were 7 games. 2 of which, well, one of the games was Big Brain Academy, which there is some marketing stuff online. There are some videos that show, like, kind of like a, you know, promotional ad video that does show Big Brain Academy, but seems like that game just got canceled. The other game being Nintendogs, which wasn't released physically, but was pre-installed on the iQue DSi systems that released. So at least that game still got available, but it's stuck on iQue DSi's. But for the other 5 games, you know, you had some Mario games, there's a Yoshi game. Might as well, here comes the big twist. Ba-bam! I got a game. We got New Super Mario Bros. The iQue version. Actually, I got 4 of the games. Let me move some of this packaging and stuff out of the way. So anyway, I have 4 of the 5 games. We have, I don't know how to do this. We'll put them back on the stack. We'll start with this one. We got New Super Mario Bros. As you can see, even the logos on there, it's all switched from Nintendo to iQue. Back of the case, all in Chinese, has all the iQue branding on it. Pretty cool. I think it's really neat. Inside of the case, we got the cartridge. Again, all iQue branded. The manual is the same way. And then inside the manual. I'm not going to get too in detail with like all this stuff because I can always do another video. But there is another one of those like verification things inside of there. But I will probably show a little gameplay of one of the games here. We got New Super Mario Bros. I got WarioWare Touched. There's the front of it. Get a better view of it there. There's the spine. Here's the back of it. Pretty cool. Get the manual, the cartridge. Get a better view of that. And then I got Yoshi's Touch and Go, which is kind of an interesting game because it's not much of a game. It's kind of just two little like endless points. It's pretty much just a high score game. You know, you play for a high score. But it is kind of a goofy little game. It's fine, you know. I prefer Yoshi's Island over this, but yeah, of all the games, out of 5 games to get released, Yoshi's Touch and Go made the cut. So that's cool. Again, there's the manual. Here's the cartridge. And then the last game I have is Polarium, which is like a puzzle game. I actually really didn't know much about this game before I got this one. It does have a American release, so if you want to try it, you can easily hunt it down. I think the English copies sell for like, I don't know, $5 to $10 from what I've seen. It's a pretty cheap game. It's like a little puzzle game. You use the stylus to like fill the boxes in to clear them out. Kind of cool. You know, I don't have the English one for this. So maybe if I was playing it in English, I'd probably understand it a little bit more. But I think I kind of understand what you're supposed to do. There's the cartridge. There's the manual. The 5th game that I do not have is Mario 64 DS. That's the only other game that got released physically, and I don't have it. I'll probably, you know, someday in the future, if I ever run across a copy, you know, update. We'll do an update video. I might do another video, maybe actually going more in detail about the games. But I'm not going to do all that now because I don't want to make super long videos. But I will show a little gameplay of, we'll do Mario. We'll do Super Mario Bros. Fun fact about these, though. Let me grab my other game really quick. I'll grab this one. I'll grab my North American copy here. As you would know, well, maybe you don't, but if you do, DS systems are, they're not region locked. So even though this is a Chinese system, I can still play, you can still play any region game on it. So as you can see, we'll put in the, this is just, you know, this is the normal North American copy. Put that in there. You can see it reads it, plays it just fine. I don't think I need to go into much detail on this one because I want to show off the iQue version. As you can see, it plays it just fine. But anyway, here's the iQue version. The fun thing with these is that the iQue games are region locked. So even though the system isn't region locked, the games are. So if you have an iQue DS game, you can only play it on an iQue DS system. So there's this screen, and then it boots into the game. And as you can see, it's got the iQue stuff. Here's kind of the interesting thing. Oh, and it disappeared. Look at that. 2009 is when this game came out. I think this was the last DS game that got released in China under the iQue name. Came out in 2009. Came out in the rest of the world in like 2006, but China got it in 2009. As you can see, it's got all, you know, everything's all in Chinese. All right, we'll jump into a level, play it for a little bit. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit though, because I don't want to. I'll turn up a little bit. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's New Super Mario Bros, but it is all in Chinese. But yeah, these cartridges are region locked to Chinese systems. But yeah, and the other games are all pretty much the same. You know, they're just their respective games, just in Chinese. Oh geez, this is actually kind of trippy to play on the watching it through my phone screen. Kind of rough. Anyway, you get the gif. It's New Super Mario Bros, just in Chinese. The buttons are really clicky on this system too. But yeah, it's New Super Mario Bros. Of course, all your menus are in Chinese as well. But there it is. That's the game. I will show it being played on a different region system. So I'll just grab my old DS Lite. Had this thing for years. iQue cartridge going in, and you can see what happens when you play these on a different system. So you can see New Super Mario Bros, Nintendo/iQue, and then when you start it up, you get this little screen on the top, nothing on the bottom, but it's just only for iQue DS, and it just kind of changes color. And that's it. That's all you can get. So yeah, region locked, which is kind of interesting, you know. Not many copies really ever sold. Not many games ever got released, and still they region locked the games for the Chinese systems. And I think really why it's region locked is I don't think like American DSs, and I don't know if the Japanese ones, I don't think they have like the Chinese language in the system, like in the operating system. So I think I don't know if that's probably why they're region locked. But I think they're region locked because I don't think these have Chinese programmed into them as a language option. So I don't think the text, well, see, that's what I don't get, because the games wouldn't be any different. But I don't know. I don't know. They region locked them. There are other normal DS games that were region locked, but I think that was mainly for like because of internet and like online use, you know. But yeah, that's the iQue DS stuff, or the DS Lite at least. There are other DS systems for iQue that got released, as well as Game Boy Advance and stuff. It is a pretty unique system, since it's, you know, a completely different brand, essentially. Just all because they needed to bypass a ban in China for video games. Pretty interesting stuff. But I guess to end off the video, I'm gonna open one of these, because I got a bunch of these and I figured we'll open one up in every video at the end, because I can open them and get through them all. It's a Astral Radiance little blister pack. Got an Oricorio promo card. You got that Electric Cat guy on the coin. You know, I got a bunch of them. I could have done one big video on these, but, you know, you're going to get a lot of the same promo cards in them. So, yeah, there's the promo card. I mean, honestly, I guess I haven't really been giving away code cards, but you can have that one. Because I got a bunch of these, so I don't really have to worry about losing my promo card. I don't really use the online thing anyway. So, I got all this shit in the way. Damn it. Okay, hang on. Okay, we'll put the card there. I'll get the coin out. This is something I don't get. We haven't had to talk about this yet. Why are they making the coins so big now for Pokemon? They used to be little. They used to be like that. Now they're giant. Why are they making coins so big? Anyway, here's our pack. Hopefully we can get the Dialga Alt Art. I think that's the best card you can get. I haven't opened much Astral Radiance, so I don't think I have too much of this set anyway. Let's see, so this is the Scarlet Violet. So I think that's what we gotta do. Alright. So yeah, you know, I'll film some videos, throw in one of these at the end. You know, so you guys get a little gaming and a little card stuff at the end. Hisuian Voltorb, look at him. I think that's a cool one. Wooden Voltorbs. Yeah, I don't know. Comment down below what you think about the iQue DS. If you ever heard of one, maybe not. If you do come to the video as an iQue person, you know, hopefully I did a decent video. You know, I don't know too much. These iQue things are very, there's not much, like, they're not really documented well. You know, there's a small group of people that, you know, actually try to document these things and do stuff with them. You know, so that when it comes to trying to look things up about these, it was kind of hard to do because I couldn't find much information about them. So if you're an iQue enthusiast and you run across the video, I don't know, comment down below. Let me know that you're there. Anyway, got the Rapidash. I think that's a rare, right? Yeah. And whoa, oh, that's sick. Hisuian Typhlosion V. That's a cool one. I've not seen that artwork before. See, there's a lot of the newer cards I have not seen much of the artworks for. But that's cool. It's kind of giving off a weird little pose to him. Sweet. Alright. I think that's a cool way to end it off. Alright, so, hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think about the iQue stuff. iQue enthusiasts, if you come across this video, hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you know, there's a lot of pauses. I don't know, you know, the iQue DS stuff, it's not much different from the normal DS stuff outside of it's in Chinese and has a different brand name. But I don't know, if you are an iQue enthusiast and you find the video, say hi, comment below, do whatever, I don't know. This isn't all the iQue content I have, though. You have to stay tuned for the next one to find out. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe for more gaming stuff like this, more card stuff. Cool. I don't know what else to say. I think that's it. That's all I got to say. Alright. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for more iQue, more gaming. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great one. See ya later. Peace out.